Clinical anatomy today, talking about I'm gonna talk about the dura mater and epidural space, and also about the meninges of the spinal cord. Now, let's talk about this illustration here that is quite simple, but I believe that will bring a lot of insights, and you can at least get some good things from this image. It's not big, I know, but I hope that works for the purpose of this class. Now, the topic regarding this part here is the meninges of the spinal cord, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start highlighting with ink this sketch that I made a few minutes ago. And just to give you an idea, the spinal cord is encased by 3 protective layers, and these layers are known as the meninges. And the meninges basically serve as to shield the delicate neural tissue of the spinal cord from what? From any mechanical damage. And it will also provide support and supportive environment for the spinal cord. And the meninges are arranged in a specific order, where each layer plays a distinct role in protecting the spinal cord. Now, back to this part here of the first one, this one here. And guys, let me know. I think that the illustration is fine. You can visualize the structure, which is what I'm worried about. If you can if you can see the structure, for me is fine. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use another ink, and this one is the dura mater. And the dura mater, this one, dura mater, this one here, dura mater, is considered the strongest layer of that compose the meninges. So, and it's also the outermost layer, which is the one that is more towards the surface. And I said that is the outermost and the strongest of all the 3 meninges that you will see here. It's tough. It's also a fibrous membrane, and it will provide a robust protection against external force. To damage this, be sure you need the trauma needs to be extremely strong to damage this structure, because you need to consider that we also have the bones, the muscles that will engage to protect the body. So yeah, it needs to be strong. Now, the dura mater is composed of dense connective tissue and is divided into 2 layers: the outermost, or the outer periosteal layer, and an inner meningeal layer. And these layers form a continuous sheath around the spinal cord that also extends into the vertebral canal. The next one is the subdural space. Let me just I will need to highlight with this pen, because this one has a very thin needle. So this one we're gonna call subdural. Let me just change here. This one we're gonna call subdural space. Subdural space, because it's under the dura mater. Okay? Now you have the subdural space in between the dura and the arachnoid mater. Knowing that, what else we can learn about the subdural space? We know that it's between the dura and the arachnoid mater, and is a narrow space, and typically contains only a small amount of fluid, or maybe virtually non-existent in some regions. And however, under certain pathological conditions, let's say a trauma or increased intracranial pressure, this space can accumulate fluid, leading to a condition known as subdural hematoma or subdural effusion. And thank you. And what else? Okay, let me just draw the highlight, the not highlight, the yeah, highlight with ink, the arachnoid mater. Okay, we have the arachnoid mater here, and this is pretty much like a technical mechanical drawing. Okay, so that's something. Okay, now we have here the arachnoid mater, and I'm gonna label this part here. And the arachnoid mater, you probably know, or at least you can imagine, having the dura mater, the external, knowing that the dura mater is the external layer, the outermost layer, and we have 3 layers, and the arachnoid mater will be the middle layer. Okay. Arachnoid mater. Okay, we have the arachnoid mater here. That is the middle layer, the middle of the 3 meninges, and it's named for its spider-like appearance due to its delicate web-like structure. So when you see in dissection, this looks pretty much like a spider. Yeah, it's spider-like appearance. It's quite strange actually, and the name derives from the arachne, which is a Greek word. The arachnoid mater does not adhere directly to the spinal cord, but instead forms a loose sac-like covering over it. And one of its primary functions is to contain the subarachnoid space, which is filled with the cerebrospinal fluid, also abbreviated as CSF. And this fluid helps cushioning the spinal cord and brain, as well as provides buoyancy and protection against shocks. So that's one of the interesting features that you can learn about arachnoid mater. And what else? We have, under the arachnoid mater, we have another space. And this space is the subarachnoid space. This one is subarachnoid space. Subarachnoid oops, space. Okay, so you know that now we have another space called the subarachnoid space. Guys, this is not the full spinal cord, okay? This is just to represent the meninges of the spinal cord. Okay, so we have the subarachnoid space, which is in between the arachnoid mater and the pia mater, which I'm going to write here, which I'm going to illustrate here. This is the pia mater. Wait, sorry, pia mater. Okay. And this video will be later on my YouTube channel, just to let you know. So we have here the pia mater, subarachnoid space, and then the pia mater. Let me just do something. Okay, back here. Let's write some things here. Okay, this is the subarachnoid space, and this space will be filled with cerebrospinal fluid, and this fluid, guys, circulates through the central nervous system. I'm gonna make a video specifically about the circulation of the cerebrospinal fluid, and I believe that will be better to address this part of our body in a different video, because it has a lot of things to learn and a lot of things to cover when talking about cerebrospinal fluid. But you, as I already mentioned before, the cerebrospinal fluid serves multiple and critical functions. The one that I mentioned was shock and absorption, and it will also work to deliver nutrients and remove waste products from the neural tissues. And in some cases will help also with the immune defense, helping to maintain the immune integrity of the central nervous system. About the pia mater is the innermost layer. Remember, we have three meninges. We have the dura mater, which is the outermost layer. We have the arachnoid mater. We have the dura mater, the outermost layer, arachnoid mater, the middle layer, and we have the pia mater, which I'm going to label here. Okay, we have the pia mater. Pia mater. Okay, we know that we have the innermost layer, and this is probably the most delicate, probably not actually, it is the most delicate layer of all meninges. And it's thin, it's highly vascular, and it will adhere tightly to the surface of the spinal cord and the brain. And the pia mater is rich in blood vessels and nerves, okay? Which will also help providing nourishment and sensory feedback to the spinal cord. And yes, and it will be all attached to the spinal cord, even following the contours and the grooves of the cord. So it's hard to I will not say impossible, because we can dissect this part, but you need a little of you need to improve the skills to get this part. Now, just to wrap up this part here. Dura matter, the outermost and the toughest layer. Arachnoid matter, the middle layer. Usually you're going to see this spider-like structure. The reason why the name arach from the Greek word arachna. And the pia mater is the innermost and delicate layer that will adhere directly to the spinal cord. And these layers will work synergistically to protect the spinal cord, protect the spinal cord, support its function, and maintain a stable environment for the neural activity. So this is related with this part of the illustration. Okay, so which is meninges of the spinal cord. Meninges of the spinal cord. Okay, so we have here the meninges of the spinal cord. And what else? Okay, back to this part here, we have another illustration, but I think that I'm gonna leave this illustration for tomorrow. I already covered a lot of things, and I don't want to make this video too long because this video will also be on my YouTube channel. And yeah, I really appreciate your time here with me. And if you have any questions, please send me a message, or check out my YouTube channel and drop a comment there with a question, and I will be answering your question. Do it now, because when I got millions of followers, it will be hard to answer all the questions. Yeah? Okay. So, yes, I will try my best, of course. Okay, so finishing the video. That's it for today, and I'll be back soon.